Steve. By Steve. I'm a comedian from Adelaide, Australia. Anyone else?
Yeah.
You are?
Not from Adelaide.
Maybe.
That was good crowd work. Hi there, my name is Steve. By Steve. Stephen for short. When my PH levels are low, I like to spell it with a PH. That was a joke. Because Stephen. Okay. Alright, it's a comedy show for me, but it's also motivation. It's just normal jokes. It's a serious game. Are you motivated?
Not yet.
Use it
I could be more.
You could be more motivated. The entrance song was pretty motivating.
I mean, I'm here to get motivated.
You're here to get motivated. That's good. I don't know if I'm the person to do that, but I'll do my best. Can we go to the next slide? So, what drove you to come here today, Steve? Good question. The M41. Yes, that was the first joke. Okay. You can go next one if you want. Yeah. Are you ready to get motivated?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. That was another joke. I'm a bit nervous. I've been not doing comedy for a long time. So now I'm doing it again. And if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. Okay. Okay, next one. So, if we really want to get into motivational speaking, we need to work out what the early inspirations are. So that this is what it was. So, yeah. I don't know if you've ever met this guy, but I haven't. But he's pretty motivating. He's so motivating. He named himself Mr. Motivator. I just googled motivating people and he came up. Very good. Do you know this person?
No.
Not yet.
He's from, not yet. Well, you're in luck because not only is he here, he's coming
My
tonight.
God, Mr. Motivate!
He's coming tonight. He told me he's on there. He's a bit late, but he's on the way. Don't worry. But it's not the only form of motivation I got from my life. He was the beginning, but really my evolutionary stages and how I got here were based upon one very special inspiration. You can go to the next slide now. I use Microsoft Bing. That's also a joke. Anyone else? I didn't mean to go. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's good. Very good. Does it get hacked a lot?
Just at some stage there was some virus that made its way onto my computer, and so whenever I tried to search for anything.
Have you seen the film Con Air?
Yeah.
There's a person called Cyrus the Virus. He's the main guy. John Malkovich plays him. It's good. You said virus when I went there. Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Bigger applause for Anthony. So this is from The Fast and the Furious. So do you know who this guy is?
He's
He's the furious one.
So which one's the fast, which one's the furious? We
Fast
don't
in
know.
the back, furious in the
Diesel.
front.
Fast in the back, furious in the front.
Alright.
Just like a mullet.
I feel like they're different stages of boldness. You know?
The ball in the hair.
So this is from The Fast and the Furious #1. We'll get there. We'll get back to this in a moment. And this is Paul Walker, R.I.P. He died in real life. Interestingly though, he didn't give up on his acting career even after he died. I'll tell you why. In The Fast and Furious 5, 6, they took his brother and CGI'd his face from the other movies.
Really? Shit like that.
Let it rest.
Very educational talking here. We're educating. And so this is one of my biggest inspirations. So you can go next one. So the reasons why this is very inspirational to me, I'll tell you. I know you're asking. Friendship. We've all got it. We've all had it at some point.
Not all.
Family. Yeah, mostly. My dad doesn't talk to me, but we'll go into that after. Sorry, that's a bit sad. I suppose I dropped that in. Heart. Not the rock band. You're a very talkative audience member.
I'm just immersed.
You're just immersed. I like that. I like that. You're motivated. That's what you are. You're motivated.
I'm really
Motivated,
it just makes me feel at home.
You feel at
hearing
home.
your accent.
It's mine. Soul. Anyone got soul here?
No.
I've got soul on my shoes. And that's I made that up. Sorry, I get nervous. And cars.
Can't drive.
Can't.
Me neither.
You're gonna love this. It's gonna be really good. So we've got a couple of those things, but not the cars. Does anyone drive here?
Oh,
No.
Got one driver.
I drive.
You drive? 2 drivers. I can drive, but not here. It's the wrong side of the road.
I'm upset about
No, it's not. It's not the wrong side of the road. It's the right side of the road. Because I'm from Australia. So basically, what I learned from the Fast and the Furious 1, 2, 4. Notice the 3 isn't quite there. We'll go into that. Number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Potentially 9 and 10, but most of those. Is that it's okay to steal DVD players from transport lorries until they start fighting back. Then it becomes a problem. For context, in the beginning of the Fast and the Furious number 1, they actually started stealing DVD players, which I think is quite an old thing to steal. I don't think they'll do that anymore. Now what they're doing is they're stealing planes and doing all this. They're stealing cars and buildings. It's kind of a bit silly, if you ask me. I think it went a bit too far. Sorry. Don't worry, it gets better. I learned that every ending of a film is an ending with a barbecue, you know? They're always like, having a barbecue. So every time I have a barbecue, I'm like, oh, this is good.
But it's an ending.
It's the end. Until they start again and there's a new problem. That's films, I guess. And they all say grace at the table as well. At the barbecue. So all they eat is barbecue then. Who knows? And always on the rooftop as well, so they have a big shop. They never a tiny kitchen. And also what I learned from men like them is how to be a man. Which I rejected. Next slide. I hear you asking, but Steve, are you a man? No, I didn't find out I'm not. Surprising. Yes. That's the joke. That's shocked. Is she shocked? Look how shocked he is. Let's analyse. Analyse?
Sorry.
I like anal. I have a dildo drawing here.
Analysis.
It's okay to laugh, by the way. Not only is motivational speaking good for the soul, it's good for the laughter lungs. So, let's analyse his face, right? The eyes, slightly sunken, slightly sad. The eyes down here, quite tired. Probably been driving a lot. Probably quite late in the evening, maybe about 6 or 7. And maybe someone has done something to upset this man. Still, it's not that bad because his beard is not that big. So if his beard is really grown out, you know he's in a bad way. But he's not. He's doing pretty well.
It's nice.
He is nice.
Big ears.
There is a quick. That's not his name, by the way, Vin Diesel. It's not his real name. But neither is my name. So, can we go next slide? Sorry, everyone. So, alright, so you're probably wondering, when am I going to get motivated? Am I right?
Okay.
Well, First I'm going to tell you a joke. So let's go with that. We can go this one. Yeah, okay. So, alright. We should not be crossing pelican crossings because they're made for pelicans. Is it not?
It's a bird.
A pelican is a bird, and a pelican crossing is a crossing. But it's called a pelican crossing. So if you're a human, how can you walk on a pelican crossing? And what if the pelicans want to cross? It's the only way for the pelicans to cross the road. So you've got to make sure the pelicans get, you know. Yes, some jokes aren't good. Next one. But who are you, Steve? Exactly. Who are you? Why should we be motivated by you? Why? Who am I? You know what? I don't even think we even know you. You know this? That's true. You don't know me. I could be anyone. Anyone in the world. Just a grain of sand in the soil of the tree. And as it's growing, there's a seed. I don't have a seed on there, but if there's a seed growing, and it goes up in the middle, it becomes a tree. That's you, that's us. We're all born, and then we're not adults then. We turn into adults. We're just a tiny seed on the ground. And now we're here. We didn't ask for any of this. Never. I didn't ask to be born. Sorry.
Amen.
I'm quite passionate. Next slide. What's that? But who am I? Can you go one back and one back? One forward, one back. That's true. This one. Next one. Next one to see. Like. Okay, go back. Very good. Alright. I forget where I am. So, who am I? My name is Steve. I'm a comedian from Adelaide, and I spent a lot of time doing comedy. I don't really know how to talk to people, so I did comedy instead. Thought it was a good way. What about me? My favourite font is Comic Sans. I think it's a great font. It's a great font. It's one of my favourites. I think some people think it's quite an amateur font, but I think it just speaks professionalism. Who knew that was that? Who am I? What else about me? I have a computer, and the other day it looked sad, and I could just tell it was processing quite a lot. I bought a plant the other day in my house, and I put it on the table, and I just let it, watch it grow. Anyone else?
Sure.
Sure. Alright. Should we go next? Because that didn't work. So now you know me. Let's get motivated. What do you do for fun?
Karaoke.
That's good. What do you do for fun?
Doom scroll.
We're going to doom scroll at a karaoke host. What do you do for fun?
Also on TikTok.
That's good. You're an influencer on TikTok?
No, unfortunately not.
Influenced.
Yes.
Influenced by the TikTok. What do you do for fun?
Eating.
That's a good one. We technically need to eat a lot of the times. That's totally fun. What do you? I can't talk to you yet. What do you do for fun?
I like to dance.
Dancing, eating. What do you like to do? Fun?
Gaming.
That's good. That's good. Got a gamer. What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, you know, a bit of this, bit of that.
Same question for you.
Talk to myself.
Alright, and you in the corner?
And then drink.
So alright. So we're a tree, we're growing, we need to drink water, do karaoke, doom scroll, TikTok, dancing, next slide. See what happens. Maybe there's a bit. This is good. What I like to do is try to connect to my dad. That's what I'm trying to do. Because my dad told me I wouldn't be a comedian because I'm too dry. You can go to the next one. So I took a shower. Because that really showed him. Because now I'm wet. I don't know why they booked me for this gig. I'm not good at motivating. I'm terrible at this, actually. It's actually quite anxiety-inducing to try to motivate an entire crowd. We've got a karaoke host in the corner. What am I? So this is the existential question.
You're Steve from Adelaide.
That's what I am. That's all I am. You know, I get taken out on the stage. That's all I do. Just go on stage and I tell some jokes. Some people laugh, some people don't. Some people think none of it's funny. And they wonder, who are you inside? Alright, next slide. I was part of the Adelaide Appreciation Society, AAS for short. Here's a picture of Adelaide. Here's Adelaide. It's here.
That's where it is?
Yeah.
Why are you so short, baby?
It is. You must know.
This is what Adelaide looks like. Sorry, it's quite small. But Australia's a big country.
True.
So there you go. I thought that would be funny. Okay. But it's pretty motivating to know that something that motivates me is that if this is Adelaide, how small are we? We're even smaller than this. So we're not a whole part of Australia. So imagine if we're like a tiny element of all this. And this is just one country. There's many of them. A lot of countries. And this is all water, so who knows what that is. And this is an arrow. Alright, next slide please. So yeah, I'm part of the Adelaide Appreciation Society. There's 8 comedians in Adelaide. Next one.
Probably true.
And I'm at least in the top 8, so it's good. Statistically speaking, I'm in there somewhere. Alright, next one please. Never stop dreaming. All your dreams are on the way to completion. I never thought I'd be a comedian. But look at me now. You know, who says dreams don't come true? Did I spell comedian wrong? You know, I designed a poster for this thing and I even spelled change wrong. That's embarrassing. It says change your life. What does that mean? What does that mean? You know, we'll see at the break time or the end, whatever. Alright, but look at me now. You can be a comedian in Berlin, it's not that hard. Just do whatever. We go to the next one. So, I once bought a wetsuit. Next bit. And I was concerned to find out how dry it was. It's good, thank you very much. It's my first lull. There's 2 lulls there now. You know, they always said there was a lull in my career. But I said no, it's not true. Alright, next slide please. Oh, this one's good. I like demons. Why did the demon cancel their gym membership? Probably wondering why that is. Can reveal the answer now. Because they were fearful of being exercised. And talking of exercise, it's quite motivational. I once ran 4 marathons, the marathon behind you, and I can't run anymore. My knee hurts. Just a fact. Sometimes you can put facts between jokes. Next slide. I once thought I was possessed. Isn't that a fun fact about me? Next slide. Well, I wasn't, but it did feel quite real. Genuinely, I'll tell you about it. I watched watched a film and it was quite scary. It was about possession, and then the whole time I was like, I'm definitely possessed, and I started wondering, what even are my actions? What is my body doing when I'm walking around? Am I even in control of my own brain and my thoughts? If I do this, is it the demon or me? I realised maybe that's not true, and I should stop smoking weed. So I don't smoke weed anymore, which is good, I guess. It's pretty motivational.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite hard to not smoke weed because life is kind of hard. But when you smoke weed, you just forget. I wasn't going to talk about weed. Next slide. Oh, this one's funny. Do you know anyone like Craig David, the artist?
No.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Lead singer?
This is a singer. This joke is not going to work. Anyone? Okay. All right. Well, I'll explain. Okay. Craig David is an R&B singer from the 2000s. He made UK garage music. I guess the beginning of the popularisation of garage in that sense. What with the Artful Dodger did Rewind. What a great song. Rewind. But did you hear that Craig David is now working in IT? Next slide. I heard he was born to do it. So the next slide will explain. So just so we know, this is Craig David from 2001. Craig David, and in his first album, he was born to do IT. There's a theme in my jokes. I like to pick a word and then see what happens. Next slide, we'll give, this is the album cover. As you can tell, he really likes the music in a sensual way. Let's analyse this. Let's analyse this man, right? Dainty hands, very dainty, touching his helmet,
I
whatever.
don't think it's his hands.
I feel like his hands are quite nice. I feel like
Someone else's.
they do look quite. They do. They look.
Like,
they
look at the
don't-
manicure. That's not his.
They don't look like his hands.
That's a woman's hands.
It's not even his hands.
This makes no sense. I grew up my whole life with this album cover, and now I've realised that it's not even his real hands. Yeah, because this is not his hand. Look at that. That's true.
Yeah.
He's sitting here.
Is that like a joke
Conspiracy
of the
rabbit
album
hole.
cover?
No, it's a
No.
really
Or
serious.
are they trying to convince us of those arts?
So, this was the first album cover he ever made, and this was how he wanted to start his career. So I guess having a woman's hands, I don't know if it's real. I don't know. We have to do some research. Can we go to
Find
the
the
next?
uncropped version.
Hmm?
Find the uncropped version of that picture. There will be a woman sitting.
Yeah, that's a good idea. On that subject, I saw a squirrel the other day.
That's what, yeah.
I did not see that.
I see them all too many.
It's true. They went into his house.
Oh, they ran into your house.
There's the story
They
there.
live. They run into my house. They try to get into my house all the time.
I saw that.
Lucky.
No,
Us.
it's awful.
No, white
They're so
dogs.
cute. No, you know. They're there.
Treacherous beings.
So I did see a squirrel the other day. It was nuts. It may not be as good as your story, but it's still I have to do the material contractually. They told me I couldn't to keep doing it. Bless you. Next one. That's it, right?
That's it, right?
Well, this leads me on to the last bit of my performance. You'll be happy to understand. Does anyone feel motivated or confused?
Yes, a lot actually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel motivated to kill
Most
squirrels.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
the same.
I feel really motivated.
Confusedly motivated.
Well, like,
What did you go?
on the theme of Fast and Furious, I made a Bible called the Fast and the Furious Bible, which is
Blasphemy.
the entire script of the films 1 to 8, not including 3 because it wasn't on scripts.com. And you're very lucky.
Sorry.
Because I'm going to read the entire thing for you now.
can't wait.
The first, this is the motivational part.
How will we know which character is speaking?
Don't spoil the ending.
No.
Actually, I want to know the ending. I want to know the ending. Just go straight.
I'm gonna read the first.
Barbecue.
Start the
Oh, yeah,
the
sure.
first barbecue.
No, it's the last part.
What are they going
The ending of ending.
That's what happened to me at barbecue.
Barbecue.
It's on the ground.
It's end up, it's always
So it's
barbecue.
always gonna be about.
Is there any vegan sausages?
They got vegan options. What about gluten free?
Or squirrels on the barbecue.
Wow.
Maybe they're barbecuing.
I love how you do comedy callbacks. It's so fast, my brain just goes, oh no, okay.
One heck
We're
of a time.
motivating you.
We're motivated.
So
you
you
motivated
You've
us.
motivated us.
I'm leaving this
Now you can't stop it.
I'm
Oh,
motivated
yeah.
to be a comedian myself.
You made
Yeah.
the bar is low. I'm showing you. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to show you that if I can do comedy, then anyone can. You make me smile, which is I don't smile. I'm very serious. I know. So I'm gonna read the very beginning, and then I'll go to the next person. Unless you want to listen to the whole thing, but I don't think you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Number one, The Fast and the Furious, 2001. Just packed up real money load, and it's coming your way. Look for Rogers on the truck side. Don't forget my share of the deal. Shit. Tuna on white, no crust, right? I don't know. How is it? Every day for the last 3 weeks, you come here asking how the tuna is. Now, it was crappy yesterday, it was crappy the day before, and guess what? It hasn't changed. I'll have the tuna. No crust. No crust. Thank you. Talk to me, Jesse. This isn't working. It's your fuel map. It's got a nasty hole. That's why you're unloading in third. Told you. Do you know what? I'll live from the injector pulse a millisecond. Just tune the NOS timer. You'll run nice. What is up with this fool? Is he sandwich crazy?
Sandwich crazy.
No, he ain't here for the food.
Sounds like Chopper.
Chill out. He's slinging parts for Harry. I don't know. He's slinging. He's trying to get into Mia's pants. Oh, it's so disgusting. It's a weird thing to say. No, I'm so sorry. What's up, guys? How you doing, Mia? How you living? Hey, Dom. You want something to drink? He's beautiful. I like his haircut. Vince, what? Can I get you anything? You look good. Didn't ask you that. Oh, I said, can I get you anything? I'm at him now. Sure, tomorrow. I love this part. And then there's a bit I don't want to read because it's probably homophobic. So there you go. Now, jumping straight in. Yells, speaking Spanish. Shit. Grunts. Tea cut loose. Unhitch, screams. Both speaking Spanish. Speaking Spanish. Engine revving. I can end whenever I can end whenever you can tell me. I'll end here. The priest is talking now.
There's a feast.
On page 161 there is. Shall we see which film this is? 161. Huh? Fast and the Furious 2009. Fast forward. We're gathered here today to pay our final respects to, let it say, let us reflect on her journey. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down,
He makes me lie down.
sobbing. Facial recognition software matched Toretto about 10 minutes later. And I'm going to give you the end of the film, because why not?
Yeah.
This is how it ends. You heard me say, that you never turn your back on family.
True.
Okay.
True.
And I want to thank you all. This is really emotional. So much. I feel like I was crying. I want to thank you all for never turning your back on me. You want to meet them? All right. Everyone, meet Brian.
Brian.
Hey, Brian. Okay. I guess he's my turning secret. Okay, that makes no sense. Thank you for giving us family. Thank you for giving us the strength.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So nice.
Thank you. So you can go smoke now, and then we'll come back and then we'll be ready. And then Silly Billy in the second round.
One moment.
Okay.
Okay, yes, we're good.
Hello. Good evening. So I was expecting there to be some kind of an introduction, but I guess there isn't. So I will introduce myself. I am Silly Billy. You can read it there. I hope you can read it. So my speech is called "You Can Live." Because I want you all to know that you can live. Because I am. You will come to find out to what extent that is true. So one thing I find very inspiring in life is when I see people in great physical health. But when I saw this man riding on his motorcycle, I thought he was not looking ecstatic enough. So I decided to take it upon myself to make his face look a little bit more excited. So there we go. So anyways, you can live. Next slide. Okay, so this is a picture that I took with my Uncle Track. He took me to see a motivational speech at the Tampa, Florida Convention Center, which you see here in the back. This is one of the best days of my life. So we saw this guy talking, and so Track called me and he said, "Listen, Silly, I think you've been going down a bad path lately." I said, "What do you mean, Track?" And he said, "Listen, Silly, listen, I don't have so much money right now. I'm trying to find some people who are going to give some money. So I booked you a flight to Florida. You can pay me that back later. So get on the flight. We're going to Florida." And I said, "Oh my God, Track, awesome. Let's go." So anyways, I love this picture. I have it in my house. I look at it daily. I actually told Track to wear some sunglasses because his eyes look a little bit, it looks a little tired, right? I mean, like, he wore a suit, so that's good, but because I thought that we had kind of like family fashion thing going on, but he refused to wear the sunglasses, and I really wish he had. But it's okay that he didn't, because he's beautiful the way he is. Anyway, next slide. So he told me not to include this picture, but I thought that this picture, when I saw it on Google Images, it really reminded me of me and Track. Because when I see this picture, I'm like, we're just like them. Like, we're two men, we're alphas. Oh! You know? We're like wolves. Him and me, but he got got really mad when I showed him this picture and he said, "Don't ever show me that gay shit again." And I said, "Track, that's homophobic." And he said, "Homo what?" And I said, "It's not cool to say that anyway, that's why he's not here tonight." But if you're recording this, maybe I can show it to him and then he will answer my calls, of which I have made 72 in the last 24 hours. So anyways, I thought I'd include that because for me, it's a lot, and you know what? It's my speech, okay? Because I was inspired. Like the guy at the convention center, he said all this blah stuff. I don't know, I thought I could do it better. Here I am proving that that's true. Okay, so next slide, please. Do you hate this modern world? Do you ever feel alienated in this modern world?
Yeah.
Click, please. Does it make you feel sick to your stomach, suicidal, worthless, or etc.?
Yes.
Well, well, shut up, it's your fault! It's because of your negative attitude.
Here,
Here. Right? Like, sure, life sucks. Everyone's mean. Everyone thinks you're a freak. Nobody invites you to the birthday party. And you, on Christmas Eve, you sit by yourself in your living room and you cry. But it's okay, you know, because... Anyway, next slide. So this is me. I've come here today to tell you about. So I've come here today to tell you about how life is good and it's worth living. So this is my full name, Cillian A. Rutherford Billius Jr. I thought I should include that to give my performance an air of seriosity. And this is a nice picture I took in a professional photo studio. And this was another great day. It was a great day that I did in preparation for this day. And this day is here now, so that's awesome. so it's different, because usually I sit in my apartment by myself. So today I'm here, and you guys are here, so that's awesome. So next slide. So I'm here to say, small changes can make big difference. And supposedly, no matter how hard you try. I mean, am I right? Yeah. Positive. No. Supposedly. I swear you can't. Oh my god, okay, I knew I was better than you, but that's why I'm holding the microphone and you're sitting in the chair. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Okay, thanks. So what makes a man? Sorry ladies, I don't know about your condition. So the first step is glistening muscles, which I of course have, except that I'm wearing the suit, so you can't have. But I take it off. These muscles, they glisten. And how? When I go home at night and I shave my whole body and then I rub it in oil, I feel like a little sexy, muscular slug, and you can too. If you only have a can-do attitude. Having a can-do attitude means you face every obstacle and you say, I can do that. Right? So you think you see a man throwing up on the tree in the middle of the day, and you say, I can do that. And the number one other thing is, do not listen to anything. Anything anybody tries to tell you about life, that is bullshit, excluding what I say, of course. So anyway, I hope you have learned what makes a man. I mean, shining example, like, you know, sometimes it's just about show, don't tell.
But you're telling, not showing.
What a man.
Right now I'm showing. That's awesome. Hecklers. All right, next slide.
Oh, yeah.
I think I click. So, what should a man be, right? He should be good looking. Like this man, he's clean, he's wearing a suit, he's got a haircut. That's what I have. Okay, so click, next. You got to drink and eat. To remember, in order to have your body be full of strength and energy every day, you must remember to drink and eat, for that can fortitude the strength of your body. So next click. And you must remember to practice activities. This is one sort of activity which I much enjoy. Me and my friend Tony, who doesn't call me anymore, but I wish he would. We stole this guy's horse once. We just fucking stole his pony and we rode it around on the Hermannplatz and it was amazing. And sometimes I still try to ride a horse, but usually they are suspicious of me and run away. But I'm hoping that one day this will change. So anyways, I remember to practice my activities. And now is going to be the first inspirational quote of the evening. So if you'd like to take out a pen and paper and write it down. So please, next slide. A man who is good looking, remembers to drink and eat, and is always practicing activities can defeat any challenge in this world. Thank you. I know. It took me a long time to come up with that one. I got this, at home on my computer I have this mountain range. It's like the background desktop of my desktop background computer. And I love to look at it as I'm doing my tasks, so it reminds me that the world is an achievable climbing of a mountain range.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next slide, please. So, are you still feeling unmotivated? Do you ever feel like your life is just an endless running inside of a hamster wheel? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm running and I don't even know where I'm going. Maybe some of you can relate. Right, it's the endless hamster wheel, your boss, you go into work and he's just putting you in the hamster wheel, making you do all these tasks, and you're like, what is these tasks for? And he says, don't question the system, because this is the next important thing. Next slide, please. It's the design! Okay, click, please. Your hamster wheel powers the factory. When you run in the wheel, the kinetic energy of your foot movements is what powers the factory. So whenever you're like, why am I running? I'm not going anywhere. Just think about the energy you're producing for the factory. The factory is a metaphor for life. And more directly, less metaphorically, your labor contributes to the wealth of people who don't have to do what you're doing. But there's nothing you can do about that, so just accept it, because otherwise you don't have any other options. Okay? Alright, so next slide, please. If you are ever feeling like you are a loser or you have no reason to be, I suggest that you get a fish. Put the fish in your apartment. You can watch it swimming around. It's real cute. You don't have to worry about some kind of ethical dilemma, because at this point, those motherfuckers could not survive in the wild without you. So just put them in your house, watch them swim around. Click, please. Next quote. If something else is smaller than you, you will feel larger in comparison. Oh, sorry. Did I break the mic? No. It's working, right? Okay, good. So write that one down, jot that one down, ladies and gents, and non-binary people of all affiliations. I'm woke. Okay, I mean, that's good, right? So you wrote that down? Okay, next please.
Right here.
Okay, so let me show you a diagram, right? You gotta balance your life and your work. So on the left side with the smiling face here, you got your work and money. So I work, but I don't make much money, but it doesn't matter, right? So then the next step is analysis and counting. So I go to work and I analyze and I count. And I make strategy. So this is half of my life. And then my other half of life is home and family, meeting friends, travels, and rest. Oh, and I forgot control and communication. Yeah, I control many factors of my existence. I suppose. Now that I'm looking at this diagram, I am realizing that, I suppose if this approaches 0 and this also approaches 0, then there is still a sort of balance, right? And I guess that's the goal, so that's good. So next slide, please. Right, so what does a successful man do at night? You might be asking, because, I know it's intimidating. You see a man like me on stage and you're sitting in your little chairs and you're thinking, God, like, I wish I was successful like this man. I wish I was, or even, sorry ladies, I wish I was a man. So I'll let you in on a little secret. Even if you can't even be a man, or even if you don't want to be a man, or if you're not successful like me. So I'll let you in on the secret what I do at night. So click please. The zapping. Before my cousin Trek left town, he gave me a 9-volt battery. It used to be inside of his old Honda Civic. And he said it was no good no more, but he left some jumper cables, and one night I was missing him real bad. So I hooked myself up with my little nips, and I zapped. Oh, it was such a good feeling. I felt alive, So every night after work, I clock out, I go home, I eat my instant noodles, and then I zap myself. Oh, you should feel it. Anyways, so one great motivator in my life is the zapping. So next slide, please. There is no motivation problem that a little bit of zapping cannot fix.
For real.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm always saying to myself. Oh, I'm thinking about this. It's so good. Okay. Right, so next slide. So this is what my apartment used to look like. It was nice. It was nice. I liked the way that it was. I had my fish, I had my battery. But now I'm going to show you a real unedited photograph of how my apartment now looks. Next slide, please. So this is my new apartment.
Wow.
As you can see, Track comes and hangs out with me all the time, which is awesome. I just love when he comes over. So sweet. And this is my lovely girlfriend. She's so nice and she likes my personality. And so of course I kept the fish and the battery, because once you have found something that truly motivates you in life, you should never let it go. You hold on to it with the last of your strength. And if it ever runs away from you, make sure to leave claw marks. Okay? And if your fish dies, just get a fucking other one. Okay. Whew, I am motivated right now. I'm motivated. Okay, next slide, please. So conclusion. If you're not motivated, become motivated immediately or else. Yay. It's really taking it out of me there.
You need a sap.
Yeah, I need I'm thinking about that out. And I'm going to leave you with one parting motivational quote. It'll be the next slide, so please go on the slide. Remember to tell yourself, I can't do it. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. That was the best thing I've ever seen in my life, and I'm literally not joking. I was having so much fun, I didn't even know it was real anymore. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, sorry. Wow, yes. Sorry. I'm just concluding. I want to say thanks everyone for coming to such a beautiful gathering of people. What a curation we have here.